Welcome to Lake Isabella, a hidden Sierra Nevada gem in southeast California.
Join us on our 4-day off-grid adventure where we'll show you the most stunning drone shots of Lake Isabella and the Kern River.
Drop our tips and tricks to camping off-grid.
Sharing more about our life journey.
Showing you a sneak peek of the inside of our ATC 450 travel trailer.
And exploring the hidden histories that this iconic western U.S. landscape has to offer.
Sit back, relax, here we go.
Welcome to Drone Hypnotics. I'm Kelby.
I'm Courtney.
We're a married couple who quit our 9-to-5s and are traveling full-time in our off-grid travel trailer.
Join us as we set out in search of beauty and hidden histories of the most iconic landscapes in the western U.S. region.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Here we go. Lake Isabella is a large reservoir in Kern County, tucked away in the southern Sierra Nevada mountains in southeast California.
Its primary purpose is flood control for Bakersfield, irrigation water supply, and recreation. Think boating, fishing, camping, windsurfing, you name it.
Managed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and has a recreation areas managed by Sequoia National Forest.
We spent the first 2 nights at the South Fork recreation site right on the banks of Lake Isabella.
It was a complete ghost town in December, and we saw only one other tent camper while we were there.
There were some restrooms on site, but it's mainly primitive camping or day use users there.
This was our first boondocking adventure, and we were pumped.
It cost only $12 per night.
Lake Isabella and the Kern River have deep indigenous roots until gold was discovered in 1853, which sparked the Kern River Gold Rush.
Towns like Keysville emerged.
Whiskey Flat, founded in 1860, was a rowdy mining camp at the Forks, renamed Kernville in 1864.
It featured saloons, shootings, and Wild West vibes, inspired writer Bret Hart's stories, and Hollywood westerns like John Wayne's Stagecoach and John Ford films, used as movie sets in the 1930s through the 1950s.
U.S. Army Corps of Engineers built Isabella Dam in 1948 through 1953 for $22 million.
This had to be one of the most peaceful lakes I think that we have ever visited.
The massive rocks, the crystal clear water, and mountains in the background were sheer perfection, and Joey could not get enough of it.
Traveling the U.S. has been such an exciting adventure so far, and a lot of our joy has come from this ATC 450 travel trailer.
It's all aluminum, and it's equipped with a solar package that enables us to camp off-grid for 4 to 5 days at a time.
The Happy Jack adjustable bed in the living room has to be one of our favorite features.
Followed by the windows and views you get from anywhere inside the trailer.
We're going to do a full in-depth travel trailer vid breaking this trailer down soon, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out.
This is a 2011 floor plan, and we had to get the deck package upgrade. The outdoor patio adds so much space and versatility that it was a no-brainer.
We got the upgraded energy package as well, with 4 200-watt solar panels, a 3,000-watt inverter, 60-amp controller, and 2 270-amp-hour lithium batteries, equaling 540 amp-hours.
We are all about meal prepping and cooking the food that we eat.
We always stock up for 2 to 3 weeks at a time.
One thing to note was the wind that blew in on night 2.
There were reported gusts of up to 40 miles an hour, but it felt like we were in a Cat 1 hurricane.
Other reviews have mentioned this as well, so just be aware that it can be a little windy.
We headed out on day 3 and have to say that this spot was pushing it for our setup. Kelby is a CDL driver and has a ton of trailer pulling experience, so we felt confident, but I would not recommend for anyone who's not highly experienced to come down this route.
There are several other paths toward the entrance that wouldn't have as much of a grade, rocks, etc.
We got creative and made it happen without a scratch though.
We got on the road, and just a few miles down was another campsite at Old Isabella Recreation Site. Has a $20 dump station and a water fill-up that we stopped at.
It took us about 10 minutes to dump and fill up. It was pretty easy. One hack that we found was to take a quick shower while we were hooked up to the dump station, which felt like a score.
After dumping and filling up the trailer with water, we ran by the car wash and water fill station just off of Lake Isabella Boulevard, south of the dam, to give us the trailer a quick rinse and fill up our fresh water jugs.
Next stop was the dispersed campsite at Sandy Hill Campground and Keyesville Beach on the Kern River, just south of the dam on BLM land.
This spot is a gem for off-grid boondocking in your toy hauler, right along the lower Kern River in the Keysville Special Recreation Management Area, managed by the Bureau of Land Management.
It's super close to Lake Isabella, only about half a mile from the California 155 junction off California 178 and 155 intersection, with easy access via the south entrance for camping and river vibes.
The Kern River is approximately 168 miles long. It originates near Mount Whitney in Sequoia National Park, flows through the Sierra Nevada and the southernmost major Sierra River, and the only one flowing predominantly south.
The north and south forks converge in the Kern River Valley to form Lake Isabella, then continue southwest through Kern Canyon toward Bakersfield. It's about 40 miles northeast of Bakersfield.
It is known as Killer Kern due to its strong currents and dangers with many drownings historically.
It is designated as wild and scenic in parts, with upper sections popular for whitewater rafting, kayaking, and fishing.
It supports diverse wildlife like the rare Kern Canyon slender salamander and historic beaver populations.
Lower sections, often diverted for agriculture and irrigation, historically ended in seasonal lakes like Buena Vista.
We were absolutely fascinated with the dispersed camping boondocking paradise here in the western region. Coming from Texas, we couldn't believe this opportunity is offered out here on some of the most stunning landscape.
Below are some of the general tips and rules that we found for dispersed camping and boondocking to stay legal and to leave no trace, especially in high-use spots like Keysville.
The stay limit, generally 14 days within a 28-day period on most BLM land. After 14 days, move at least 25 miles away. Some areas vary. Check the Bakersfield field office. No leaving gear unattended for greater than 10 days.
The camping style, it's truly dispersed. There's no reservations. It's free, first come, first served. Use existing sites like flat, disturbed spots along secondary roads to minimize impact and not to create new ones. Stay on the designated routes and no cross-country driving.
Fires and permits, California campfire permit, which is required. Always check current restrictions. Use existing fire rings if available and pack out ashes. Propane stoves are safer alternatives.
Leave no trace principles are super important here. You need to pack out all of your trash, and if you're tent camping, bury human waste 6 to 8 inches deep, 200 feet or further from the water. Camp 200 feet from water sources, respect wildlife, bear aware food storage, and minimize your impact, especially in this historic mining area with an already fragile ecosystem.
I hope you all enjoyed our adventure to Lake Isabella and Kern River and got something out of it.
We have dove in head first to travel the U.S. full time and quitting the 9-to-5s in search of this kind of truth and beauty and these hidden histories of these iconic landscapes in the western U.S. region.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you hadn't already so you don't miss our upcoming adventures, including the Lost Coast, Lake Mead, Texas Hidden Gems, and many more.
Let us know where you'd like to see us go next down in the comments below. We want to hear from the travelers out there.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.